Good morning. Oh, fuck. Good morning. I am having a slow morning, sitting, sipping my coffee, trying to wake up. And I've been thinking a bit about what I want to do here on Curaçao in my last week. And I really liked the vlog that I did yesterday, but I immediately felt a bit of a longing to make something more meaningful because this island has a lot of polarization in the sense of the history of the island and what you see in other Caribbean islands is that the history of the colonization is still very much present, kind of. So the colonizers that used to colonize and brutalize the people here are still owners here of land, of shops, of the biggest tourism groups are still from those countries. So, for example, in Curaçao, you have a lot of Dutch people still coming here on a holiday. You have a lot of Dutch people who live here, and it's the same in Martinique and the French islands and the British islands, and it is a very weird energy to feel. And I can only imagine how local people feel in the service industry, in the tourist industry, because it's still kind of a not an equal dynamic to be connecting in. So the tourists come here, and the locals are the waiters, can't afford the prices that the tourists are paying, especially with the history. It's not just going out to eat in a restaurant. There's more beneath the surface, and I'm in St. Lucia. I really am thankful that I really got to live a very authentic life there because I was in a relationship, and he brought me to many places you would never go if you're a tourist. And I'm really grateful for that experience because it really showed me and taught me so much. And I want to have that experience on all the islands, but without having to be in a relationship to get them, you know? So I'm thinking, okay, how can I maybe this week make a video to showcase the history of the island and to showcase the different neighborhoods and aspects of the island. For example, you have the Mambo Beach, which is like completely catered to tourists, but then you have areas where they tell you not to go, where I haven't been yet, like Otrobanda. Some tourists are like, oh, you shouldn't go there, but to me, Otrobanda doesn't really look like you shouldn't go there at all. It seems like it's just a part of Willemstad, which is just the same as safe. It's less trendy, but it's just as safe in my opinion. That's what I'm thinking about. Like, how can I meet up with those people, show their story, get some different perspectives. So that's what I'm thinking about, and that's what I hope to experience in the last week that I'm here. So we'll see if I can make that a reality. I also have some images, footage of the Curaçao Museum, which is about the slavery history and the slave trade. And it's especially a heavy energy here on the island because this place was more like a transfer point. So the ships would come here, and then the people here were sold off and shipped to other places. And that's a really, it's the whole slave trade is a very brutal. It's just, there's no words for how gruesome it was. And then you have places where it's even beyond what you can imagine of cruelty. And that lingers, you know, especially if the power dynamics are still not corrected or even acknowledged. So I want to do the islands and the people more justice in that sense of at least showing that as well, not just be someone who has the privilege of traveling around and just showing the, you know, the privilege I have, how I can travel. And I really want to show, yeah, the people and give them the flowers they deserve, because they deserve the flowers. Because how can you as a people go through so much trauma and then still be such a big influence on the whole world with your music, with your culture, with your joy, with your food, with like Caribbean influence on the whole world is insane if you think about it. And if you think about what people had to endure and how amazingly full of life they still are, despite of the unbalanced power dynamic still not being acknowledged, still being discriminated. It's miraculous, the strength. But I also feel like people here deserve to not always be so strong and misunderstood, but just be acknowledged and, you know, be human. So, yeah. Please God help me make this video. Tonight I'm going salsa dancing at Pietermai in Mundo Bizarro with live music. I went there 2 weeks ago and it was really nice. I danced the merengue for like 10 minutes long. It was like a full cardio workout. But tonight I actually have a date. I haven't dated for so long, like the whole year in the Netherlands I was just working. And I think in 1 year I only went on like 2 dates with the same person. And that's it. I'm not gonna share much about my love life. But I was like, you know what? I also deserve some boundaried up, balanced romance in my life. I don't need to just be grinding or being by myself, or, you know, I can also have a date here and there to just go dancing and for drinks. So that's what I'm gonna do tonight. I'm looking forward to it. The whole day I was just resting because I've been going non-stop, like going out, going to the beach, going outside at night, and today I was like, I couldn't be bothered to get out of the hammock. I was thinking about what type of next video I want to make, which is more about the island and the dynamics on the island and the history of the island. But in order to really do that the way I want to do it, I want to go to the areas where I can meet local people who are willing to talk to me about the underlying dynamics with tourism, the colonial past, you know, what I said in the previous video, if I used that video in this video. Otherwise this is not gonna make any sense. But anyways, I feel a need to share more about not only the fun, adventurous stuff, but also about the real world stuff that is really still happening on all the islands, and which is really important for me to highlight, because we as Westerners just go to certain places to holiday, and sometimes I feel like we don't have any regard to how our presence feels for the local people, or how our holidaying feels for the local people. So besides having fun, that is something that I really strive towards in my travels, is to really learn from people and to share that as well, and to, you know, be educated and don't see the world just from my point of view, and then acknowledge how life is for other people. So tonight I probably won't be able to do that, but that's the plan for the next week. Bailamos! So I'm a bit too early, so I got a smoothie, and now the taxi people, which I played with the other day, they asked me to play with them again. So that's what I'm gonna do now. Like there. Okay, so it wasn't my best camera work, but I managed to ask if I could film the dominoes, and I filmed a little bit, so we're getting better with just daring and asking.
I was just getting a smoothie, and then the guy I was playing with the other day, he was like, hey, you're gonna come play, but look at what I'm wearing. So I was like, okay, let's play dominoes while looking fancy. And now I'm going to go dancing. Still way too early, so I'm just sitting in the car by the ocean, driving around. I'm becoming a really good driver, if I say so myself. It's a really good practice to be driving here. Good morning. I'm super duper tired again. I want to do so much stuff, but I keep going out late. Yesterday was a lot of fun. We eventually went to the seaside and saw the fireworks and went dancing for a bit, and it was really nice. And I still have, what day is it? So 7 days left, and I'm starting to feel a bit rushed. Like there's still so much I want to do, but it's almost been a month already, and I didn't film like the 2 first weeks. I went to a lot of the nice beaches. I drove around a lot. I did a lot of fun stuff, but it feels like I have so much more to do, and that's why I slow travel. So like I want to stay at least for a month somewhere, but even now I feel like a month is nothing. And I'm also feeling like, oh, Trinidad, I will be only staying 2 weeks on Trinidad and then 1 week on Tobago. I know for sure that's not gonna be enough, but I already have Colombia booked after to work again and save up some money, but I already know I have to go back to Trinidad after. But yeah, so also I've been struggling. I have like inflamed lymph nodes and they're hurting so much today. So today I'm just gonna do my laundry, go to the laundromat, rest, because it also makes me tired. I think it's from all the sweat and the shaving and the deodorant and whatever. So today I'm gonna go to the laundromat. I'm just gonna tidy up the house a bit because my host is coming back Sunday. And yeah, we'll see what else I'm gonna do. Keep you posted. Okay, I'm off to do some laundry. I finally managed to get up. I'm taking Bob with me today. I'm so tired. I don't feel like going out. I still hope there's a laundromat open because it's like 3 p.m. already. So let's see if we can find one. I have no idea how to do this, but I managed. Okay, so note to everyone who's traveling. Laundry is expensive. I paid 26. You know, I have a selfie stick. I don't use it. I don't know why, but it takes too much trouble. But anyways, laundry is expensive. I just paid $26 US dollars for 2 bags of laundry. I don't know, is that normal? it's like it was a regular price, so it's the price that everyone pays. So it's not like, is it normal in the sense of, am I being scammed? But imagine you have to do this weekly, because this is laundry from like 1 week maybe, because you wear something else every day, sometimes twice a day. I think in Trinidad it will be less, but I was a bit like, whoa, okay. And I'm gonna do something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. After this, I'm going there now. I was walking around waiting on my laundry, and I'm wearing my Bob Marley shirt today. I'm in my thankful vibes, my Rasta vibes today. Every day, but especially today. And I was walking around and I suddenly saw it, and I was like, I'm gonna do that today, because I've been wanting to do this for months, but I haven't found the right moment yet. And today feels like the right moment. And look at how much I'm sweating. Okay. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get a tattoo. Hello. Gracias.
You're welcome.
Quiero aprender español también.
In Colombia, it's the perfect place.
Sí.
Yeah. Sí. Ay. Es el lugar y el momento también. Voy irritado.
Irritatie. Je kan irritatie krijgen, maar...
Igual es.
Ja, ik ga de 13e weg. So I got my tattoo. It says give thanks, but so that I can read it, and I'm really happy. It was such a nice experience. We were just chilling, talking with the owner, talking with the tattoo artist, and it couldn't have been a better session, to be honest. So I'm super duper happy. Give thanks. So today was unexpectedly a very good day. I didn't think it was gonna be such a good day because I was feeling really tired, not so well today because of the lymph nodes that are like infected. But I had to do my laundry because I didn't have any clothes left. So I went to Otro Banda and I did my laundry there. And while I was waiting for my laundry, I went to get a smoothie and I walked around in Willemstad for a little bit. And I was just wandering around, not really thinking of going anywhere. And then I saw this tattoo shop. And I saw this font in the window that said, "Trust your intuition." But it's exactly the font that I want for the tattoo I had in mind. Because I've been wanting to get this tattoo for a very long time now. But so far, I didn't really feel like, yes, this is the moment. Like I never made an appointment, or I never felt before like I want to get it now. But today I was listening to reggae the whole day. I was kind of having like an inner grounding day. I wore my t-shirt with Bob Marley because I normally don't wear stuff like that, to be honest, but today I was like, I need Bob with me. I need some strength because I don't want to go outside. So I wore that shirt. I was just listening to reggae as I usually do, but this time even more. And I saw the tattoo shop and I just walked inside and I asked him, how much would it be if I wanted this, and can I do it today, right now? He was like, yeah, you can do it right now if you want. And he was such a nice guy and a really nice energy to him. So it's like, okay, let me do my laundry in the dryer, finish that, and then I'll come back within an hour. So I finished my laundry and I got back to the tattoo shop. And it was just such a chill vibe. It felt like just hanging out with friends, because first it was me and the tattoo artist and we chatted a little bit, and then he did like the tattoo. We started on a tattoo, and then the owner came, and he's a guy from here, from Curaçao, no, from Sint Maarten, but he's on Curaçao, but he can also speak Dutch. And we talked a lot, and he traveled a lot as well, and we exchanged like stories about what we did and how we traveled. And he's very adventurous as well, and he does a bunch of cool stuff, and it was so nice connecting. We were just chatting. I didn't even really pay attention to getting my tattoo, to be honest. Sometimes I felt a little bit of a sting, but before I knew it, he was done, and we were like still talking so much. And the guy, the tattoo artist, was from Colombia, and I will be living in Medellin for 3 months after Trinidad and Tobago, because I need some stability to work on my laptop so I can save up and go back to the Caribbean after a few months again, or maybe take some trips in between. And the owner also went to Medellin like a few weeks or days ago, I don't remember. So now we exchanged contacts, like to meet up in Colombia, or I go with him to somewhere in Curaçao here to play dominoes in like a more local area. My neighbors are coming home. So then we exchanged contacts to just keep in touch, and he might take me to some more local areas here in Curaçao so we can play dominoes, and I can video more of the local parts, and try to make that video that I want to make, that I told you about. And the tattoo I got is give thanks, because to me that's the most important, to give thanks, to be grateful for life, for everything, even when it's tough. And with that I don't mean that you have to be grateful for things you're not grateful for. You don't have to fake it, but to find the small things you're grateful for, and that really is the best energy to be in, to connect, to receive, to, you know, experience the magic of the world and of God, and however you want to call it, but to me it's God. So it's not really a reminder, because I'm almost always grateful, but it's more like a testimony to how I want to live. And I took a really nice swim in the pool, and I was just like, wow, what a perfect day to get this tattoo. I'm feeling so thankful, so grateful. I give thanks. I give so much thanks. Like, I've been here for 3 weeks now, and it's beyond my expectations, and I had high expectations because I was like, I worked so hard, this is gonna be good, and it's even better than that. And then today was just an amazing, unexpected, happy, good day. tomorrow will be a beach day, and who knows, because just like today, things happen the way they should happen, and I don't know what's gonna happen. I think this is the end of this second video. Is there anything else I want to say? I'm getting more ballsy with filming and with talking to people about how I want to film, what I want to film, so I feel confident that it's gonna become better and better with time. So hopefully I can keep up that energy.